Hey, this is AJ Donahue from Drum Magazine. I'm here with Bill Dedamore from Pork Pie Percussion, and we're going to start out talking about some new shell and hardware options for 2016. Bill.
Absolutely. One of the things I've been experimenting with over the past few years is doing shells that are what I call a combo shell, which is basically two different kinds of wood. I like different woods on the outside where the head has contact, and then a different also kind of wood that's on the inside to work with the resonance of the shell.
Sure.
So one of the shells that I did this year was a walnut and bubinga shell. And I like the walnut because it's nice and punchy, and bubinga's really hard, so it brings brightness to the drum. It really sounds cool. And the kit I brought this year with that shell combination, I painted in a flat firethorn red, which is an old Chevy color.
Yeah.
And you can see that on all old Corvairs or Corvettes or Camaros. And I did it in a flat finish instead of a high gloss. And the other thing that I'm having fun with right now is working with aging hardware. So it's kind of like the idea that Fender does on their Relic guitars.
Sure.
They pre-age the hardware. So the Firethorn Red kit has aged hardware. The other cool thing about this Walnut and Bubinga kit is that the snare drum is Walnut and Bubinga, but it has a sheet of brass that's laminated in the middle of the shell.
On the inside?
Yeah, on the inside, yeah.
Wow.
In between, there's 8 plies of Bubinga, 8 plies of Walnut, actually this way, 8 plies of Walnut, 8 plies of Bubinga, and the brass sheet in the middle.
Wow. And is that just laminated to the inside of the shell?
It's it's in the middle of the layers of the wood.
Oh.
So right in the middle.
Oh, how cool.
So the idea with it is that if you play it at a say low volume, it sounds like a really nice wood drum, but as soon as you lay into the drum, then that brass kicks in, and it's like having 2 snare drums in one.
Yeah. So this shell combination, the Walnut Bubinga, would you say it's kind of more geared for studio or stage use? Any particular?
It could do either one, but it depends on what somebody is looking for in terms of sound.
And can you tell me a little bit about the aging process for the hardware?
Yeah, it's done with, we do it at my shop. We take a little cup of, I don't remember the type of acid that it is. I just get it at my hardware store. And you don't let the parts sit in the acid. You let it, put it in a container, and it's the vapor that changes the color of the hardware.
Wow. And that doesn't affect the integrity of the hardware at all?
No, because it's not getting inside the castings of the lugs.
Sure. How cool.
It's all sitting on the outside.
Yeah.
The idea is behind it is just to affect the chrome.
Cool. It looks great.
Oh, thank you.
And that's
Thank you very much.
on any kit.
You're looking at the first one.
First one.
Yeah.
That's great. All right, so we also have, it looks like a new, very exciting finish you got over here.
Yeah, this next kit over here is my B20 cymbal glitter, and it is actually made of the flecks of gold inside of it. It's actually flecks of bronze because it is B20 bronze from cymbals.
Wow.
When a cymbal is put on a lathe, they put the tool on it while it's spinning,
Right.
and that long spaghetti strand of material comes off. Well, I get that material, then I process it down into little bits at my shop, and then we send it to our company that makes our wraps, and they make a wrap out of it. And this particular kit here at the show, I took the old Top Hat and Cane image,
Yeah.
and I put my little pig guy underneath it. So we call it now Top Hat and Swine.
And so that wrap will be available with or without the swine?
Yes. Yep.
That's great. And does adding all that mass in the wrap, does it affect the sound in any way?
Well, funny enough, that's what everybody asks. And a sheet of, let's say, silver sparkle compared to a sheet of the B20 bronze, the difference is, I think, less than a pound.
Oh, wow.
So it's almost the same because by the time the bronze comes off the lathe, it's very, very, very thin.
Wow. And it looks like it's sealed in, but will the bronze age at all?
I don't think so because it is sealed in. Bronze will only age when it is affected by an outside source.
Right.
So nothing can get inside because they take on this stuff, they take a sheet of black plastic, they put the cymbal glitter over the top of it, then they put a piece of clear on top, and then they heat it and press it together.
Okay.
So it's bonded together. So unless air gets in it somehow, it's not going to affect the color of the material.
Yeah, that's great.
But we're working on some ideas of actually forcing an effect on the material, and then making the sheets and see what it looks like.
Like a pre-patina?
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome.
Exactly.
And then I think we're going to wrap up. You got a 26 kit on one of these kits down here?
Yeah, it's the kit on the end is my one of my hip pick kits, and this is the first one I've done with a 26-inch bass drum. And the shells on the hip pick kits are all made of Eastern mahogany, 8-ply Eastern mahogany. And the one that we have that you'll see a picture of has a blue-silver Duco finish. And the sizes on that kit are 913, 1616, 1618, and 1426.
26-inch came from artists or customer requests, or you just wanted to go bigger?
I thought it would be fun.
Yeah. Was one of those available?
Anytime. I just a bass drum like that is going to be a special order, so there will be a lead time associated with it. So but they are available.
That's great. Bill, thank you so much.
Anytime. Thank you very much. Have a good NAMM.